Life after death. Eyewitness accounts.
People familiar with near-death experiences have been on death's doorstep. Many of them claim to have visited the other world before they returned back to the body. All cases of post-mortem communications are from people who have died and completed their journey to the light. Perhaps they have a deeper understanding and a less limited view of earthly life and the purpose of our being here. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having a human experience. There are 12 basic types or forms of post-mortem communication. Feeling or feeling the presence of a deceased family member or friend is one of the most common types of contact. People have talked about the intuitive or inner knowledge that a loved one is in the same room or area with them. It is a distinct, almost physical sense of presence. Such a presence seemed familiar and gave a sense of the personality and individuality of the deceased. One woman, a psychologist, explained it this way: every person has an essence or personal energy that is as unique and individual as a fingerprint. Many people claim to be able to sense the emotions and moods of their deceased loved ones when experiencing post-mortem communications. Some are able to receive non-verbal messages in this way. Although sensing someone's presence is the most subtle and elusive type of post-mortem communication, each experience has a well-defined beginning and end. Those who experience similar experiences know when deceased relatives and friends arrive and when they leave. Testimonies of people who have felt the presence of a deceased loved one. Diane, a nurse at Ohio Hospice. She is 53 years old. She was visited by her grandmother, who had died of cancer 18 months earlier.
As I stood at the kitchen sink, I felt a warmth, a presence. It wasn't physical, but rather enveloped me. I knew it was my grandmother. Nothing much was going on in my life at the time, and I wasn't thinking about my grandmother. The bells didn't ring or anything else happened. I just felt that my grandmother was with me. Then, in less than a minute, it stopped. I remember feeling very loved. It felt so good that it happened.
Research has shown that no special preparations are required in order to encounter felt or any other post-mortem communication. When people experience such an event, they usually go about their daily business and do not even think about the deceased. Marjorie, a 59-year-old housewife from Florida, experienced a tender posthumous communication about 2 years after her mother died of pneumonia.
I was sitting on the couch reading a book. Suddenly I felt my mother sitting to my left. I couldn't see or hear her, but I knew she was there. Her personality was as real as when she was alive. She was just sitting next to me. Nothing needed to be said. A meeting of souls was taking place. It was a warm feeling, very pleasant and kind. It lasted maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And then Mom left. I was very grateful for the time we spent together.
More to come. Subscribe to the channel.